Back in 1995, a guy called Michael Gerber wrote a book called The E-Myth Revisited. I remember picking it up at an airport bookshop and devouring it on whatever flight I was taking. This book changed my life as far as the way I viewed business was concerned. It was like he was talking directly to me through every page of the book. Things have changed a lot over the last 20 years, particularly when it comes to online business. And I'm sure there will be people around who think that Michael Gerber, what he had to say back in the 1990s, is now no longer relevant. But I disagree completely. In fact, if anything, I think what Gerber was talking about back then is more relevant now than it was in the pre-internet days. In a nutshell, Gerber splits people who are running businesses into two categories: technicians and entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurial type would ask questions such as, how should this business work? Whereas the technician would ask, what work needs to be done? So in the technician's worldview, the key to success is all in the product features, cost and support. Another way of putting it is that the entrepreneurial type sees the business from the outside in, whereas from the technician's perspective, it's all about inside out. What do I mean by that? Well, the entrepreneurial type views the business as a system for producing outside results for the customer that results in profits for the business. Whereas from the technician's perspective, the business is a place in which people work to produce inside results, e.g., create a product or service, which will ultimately generate employee income. This is why so many businesses continue to fail. It's down to the perspective or the way that the business owners view the business. And this is even more prevalent when it comes to online businesses. Although they don't realize it, lots of businesses are run by technicians. Not necessarily in the conventional sense, but in terms of the knowledge. For example, a hairdresser could be classed as a technician. A bookkeeper could be classed as a technician. And a computer programmer could be classed as a technician. These type of people, when they start a business, often end up, as Gerber puts it so beautifully, working in the business and not on the business. So you get a hairdresser setting up a business and keeping themselves busy on what they know, and that's cutting hair. Or the programmer keeps busy involving themselves in the coding aspects. But to truly succeed, it's crucial that people running a business try to change their perspective from working in the business and start to work on the business, and let the people they employ do the bulk of the working in the business instead. This whole working in the business, i.e. cutting the hair or writing code rather than working on the business, i.e. being entrepreneurial and working on growing the business, really comes home to roost when it comes down to marketing. So many people start a business and dive headlong into all the techie stuff, be it cutting hair, writing code, or in the case of an accountant, this could be doing the books. They know they need to do a bit of marketing, so they put out a few ads and whatever else they figure constitutes a marketing campaign. And once that starts to bring in a bit of business, they dive straight back into the techie stuff again. So the hairdresser ends up spending all her time cutting hair and next to no time working on the business and taking it to the next level. And the programmer, once he's got a bit of business coming in, forgets all about the marketing and does what he loves best, and that's writing code. Unfortunately, if you spend all your time working in the business rather than on the business, then any success you have is likely to be short-lived. So remember golden rule number 3. Marketing isn't something you do once. Always think of it as an intrinsic part of the business that needs to be done consistently on an ongoing basis. If you're going to successfully grow your business, and take it to the next level, you need to make sure you're working on the business and not always in it. In the next session, we'll look at rule number 4 and why you need to fail if you want to succeed. See you there.